Ashley Pruitt. Ashley Pruitt has actually, she's been hiding on the sidelines for about a year. She was in CILI and came aboard. Oh my gosh, it's been almost 3 years ago, because she was one of the 2 years. Okay, all right, 2 years ago, she started CILI, and I'm going to let her tell you. She's from Mississippi, and I'm going to let her tell you what happened when she started it. And you talk about twisting an arm. So tell us kind of how you got started, sis, and your background with it and all that good stuff.
Hey, everybody. First of all, excuse the background. We moved, so everything ended up in my office. But I'm really excited to be here. Laura has been amazing. And okay, so let's just start from the beginning of my issues. This is actually the anniversary of me being sick. So yesterday was 4 years since I was hospitalized and I almost died. Um, it was something that's sudden that happened to me. All of a sudden, I started having seizures. I had severe inflammation in my body. My spinal fluid started overproducing. um, Really, my life went from 90 miles an hour to zero. Like, I wasn't able to do anything. That went on for about a year. I was bedridden, um, in so much pain that I cannot even describe the amount of pain that I was in. It was hard for me to even pick anything up. I couldn't cook for my kids. I mean, I couldn't do anything. My little kids had to turn into big kids very quickly. Long story short, I guess it has been about 2.5 years now. So it's close to three. So 2.5 years, we'll meet in the middle. um, I actually was having issues with my hair also. The doctors were doing everything they could to help me. And, in my mind, they weren't really doing much because I was on painkillers, muscle relaxers, multiple medications to try to get the spinal fluid level. And all the medication had side effects, and I was still like a vegetable. I mean, like, I could barely even function on a daily basis. And I realized over that year and a half, that my hair was falling out. So my hair used to drag the floor a foot and a half. I'm I'm 5'3", so my hair was over 6 foot long. Well, in a year and a half, my hair was breaking off, and I lost about a fourth of my hair. And I was just so disappointed about it. So, of course, I did what we all do. I started looking into what can I do about my hair, and all these Facebook groups with all these women with long hair, like, what do they do? And I asked about CILI. And of course, if I don't know if anybody else is skeptical, but like, I was the most skeptical person Laura probably has ever come in contact with. It took her 4 months, I think, yeah, about 4 months to convince me to try CILI, because I was like, that's dumb. There's no way that can happen. So she finally convinced me to try CILI, and she was telling me that it could help with all of my other symptoms too. And that's really the reason why I decided to go for it. It started out with hair, and I was like, okay, well, even if I've tried everything the doctors have given me and they couldn't help, so, why not try this and see? And let's put it this way, I was in so much pain on a consistent basis that I only slept out of pure exhaustion. Once I was asleep, everybody in the house was completely quiet at all times so that I could at least get a few hours of rest. And the first week I was on CILI, I slept the entire week, like, all day, slept the entire week. And at first I was like, oh gosh, I'm going to sleep all the time. Like, I can't do that. At least I'm awake to see my kids. I might not be able to do anything with them. But really, it was my body in like full relief mode. Like, I went a year and a half in pure pain. So after that week, I started noticing that I was just able to get up here and there. And within probably a month, I was cooking dinner for my family. And I'm now 2 years in, 2.5 years in to taking CILI. And I went from bedridden, not being able to do anything, to I just got off work an hour and a half ago because I worked late today. So I can't tell you like how amazing it is to go from feeling like life is over at 36 years old to now functioning and being a mother again and taking care of my family and everything else. So it has been a true blessing. So I was going to say, like, kind of wrote down a few notes here. One of the things that, so talking about hair. So one of the biggest things was hair. That was the whole reason why I started it. And my hair within about 3 or 4 months, I started noticing like these random little sporadic hairs all over my head. And I was so aggravated because they were just everywhere. And I was like, what am I doing? Why am I aggravated about this? Like, I prayed about this, I needed it. And so I don't know if you can see, but my hair's in a bun right now. And you can kind of see all of these little hairs sticking out. That is all of the new hair growth. Like all of this is just a portion. It is all over my head. I feel like I have a whole new head of hair. And it's probably about to here now in the length of it, in the full amount. And my hair has not been this healthy in years. Now it's not to the floor yet, but it's brought back so much and it's given me energy. I sleep. The pain is almost non-existent. And now you have to understand that when I say my pain is almost non-existent, I have severe pain issues. So for a normal person, it probably would just take it away. You wouldn't have to worry about it at all. And CILI continues to work for me. I was telling Laura the other day that I had missed a couple of doses because, we get, when we start taking natural things, we think that since the doctor didn't prescribe it, it's really not that big of a deal. You feel better and then you don't want to take it. You're like, oh, I don't need it anymore. I'm feeling better. But you don't realize how much you really need to continue to take it. And just a couple weeks ago, I missed it for like a couple of days. And it like my body just kind of went crazy. I was feeling the pain again. I had so much inflammation come back in my body. And where the doctors haven't figured out exactly what's wrong with me, um, I have diagnoses, but um, they don't know how to help me. So all of their stuff gives me side effects. All of their stuff puts me back in the bed. All of their stuff makes it a lot harder for me to function on a daily basis. But as long as I keep CILI in my system, I am ready to go, fully functioning and no issues. And it's amazing. I as skeptical as I was, and as skeptical as everybody can be, I know it's natural and I know it's not a prescription, but I can tell you that you want it. So, and I
Yeah.
take, somebody just asked like, what do I take? This I have this by my desk. I take it every morning. This is the main thing for me that I take. I'll also do the sleep spray and pain relief if I need it for any other reason. But this takes my pain away. And with my severe pain, I actually take 2 teaspoons a day, and it significantly helps, and it's worth it for me. So
Wow. I
I think
remember
that's all.
sending her samples. She was so skeptical she would not buy a bottle. And I said, can I just send you samples? And finally she was like, sure, you can send me the samples. And so I sent her 2 sample packs, which gave her 6 days. And I believe it was towards the end. It was either the 5th or the 6th day. I remember her messaging me and telling me that she had drove for the first time in a year or whatever, however long you
Yeah, it had been like a year.
able to drive, and her dad needed to go to physical therapy, and she got in the car and drove, and I was just absolutely beside myself. So this brings back so many memories, and it just refreshes why I do what I do. And I'm
It's
just,
very emotional. You're gonna
yeah,
make me
I'm
cry.
so, so, so thankful.